In the repair shop today, a magical world of mechanical mastery, as Steve...
I've never, ever seen a mechanism like this before.
Dom...
Getting the chance to restore it is just a dream come true for me.
And Mark...
Polly,
are all put to the test.
It's like testing a microphone. 1, 2, 3.
And counting on his tricks of the trade...
Heat, a bit of steam, moisture.
Jayesh gives a lucky mascot back its charm.
And that will give it the shape that it requires.
First, the repair shop has taken delivery of an extraordinary item.
Steve, come and have a look at this.
A monumental challenge for horologist Steve Fletcher.
Whoa.
My goodness.
That's a big one, isn't it? And that's not all of it. Look at this. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness.
Monica and Andrew Norton from Leicestershire are here to brief Steve on this one-of-a-kind clock.
Hello. All right. I'm Jay. And you are?
Jay, I'm Andrew.
Andrew.
I'm Monica.
And I'm Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Now, this is definitely the biggest clock we've had in the barn, isn't it?
By far.
Please, tell us about it.
My dad built this.
OK.
His name was Ron Woodford.
Right.
He was a very talented man. He was a cabinet manufacturer by trade, and he always had a dream of making a wooden clock.
How long did it take him to build this?
There's about 2,000 hours work there, I would say. This particular one was built for a display at the World Trade Center in Dallas. This is the 4th of 5.
He built 5 of these. What, this size? Steve,
I'm blown away. This is incredible, because that is months and months of work.
Absolutely.
That's just incredible.
What was your dad like? What was he like as a father?
Oh, he was quite modest, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't realise the talent he had.
Right.
No way.
Okay.
Very quiet man.
Yeah.
And he could build and repair anything. But he made everything so big. I mean, there's not a lot he couldn't do, really.
So had he ever built a clock before?
No.
This one's obviously been in its packing case since it came back from Dallas for 30-odd years, and this is the first time I've seen it out of its box.
I remember him nailing it all down, saying, that's it now. Finished.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is he still with us then?
No, he died just over 30 years ago.
1990 he died.
1990, yeah.
I'd have loved to have met him.
Oh, he would have
Oh,
loved
he'd
to have met you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your plans for this clock, if I could get it working? Because I don't know if everything is there or not.
Right,
so.
sure. I've been over to see the Museum of Time, British Horological Institute in Upton Hall, to see the keeper of the collection. And she would very much like this one. And there's a Queen Anne one, so they're almost going into their own exhibition area.
He just wanted people to see it, to see the work.
That's a lot of work.
I love unusual clocks. I absolutely love them. And this one is just fantastic. I can't tell you, I'm so excited to have a look at it and get it ticking.
Can I just touch it before I go? Seeing it all there, it feels like he's gone out for a mug of tea and a cigarette. But he's going to come back in any minute. Yeah. Do your best.
Oh, I will. I promise.
Bless you.
You guys take care now.
Thank you.
OK? Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'm absolutely blown away by this clock. Just the attention to detail, the workmanship is just outstanding. I'm terrified of taking it apart. I can't see any metal. So I think first things first, I'm going to take off the dial. Then I'll take off the hands and maybe make the stand so I can put the mechanism on the stand, and then I can see where I'm going to go from there. Good. Just very worried about breaking anything. Excellent. This isn't like a conventional clock at all. I've got to put all the little pins labelled in bags or pots, because if I don't do that, I'm going to get into a real pickle.
Next, a thrilling assignment for classic car fanatic Dominic Chinea.
Hello there. Hi, welcome.
It's the prized possession of father and son Ol and Nathan Gynn from Cambridgeshire.
I always get nervous at this point.
How's that?
Yes, brilliant. Oh, wow, that's it, well done. You guys could not have brought me in a better thing to work on. I'm over the moon with this. Who's the lucky one that got to play with this as a kid?
Well, it was mine and it was my brother's. And we used to drive it around the estate where we lived, and we called it the Noddy car. And
I can see why, yeah.
yeah,
My wife and I saw this for sale on the estate in someone's garage
No.
when the boys were 4 and 2.
Oh, wow.
we used to drive around or think we were driving around and argue over things like this switch here, and I think that used
Up
to
to
do
the
the
lights.
That's
the
headlights.
lights,
Yeah,
yes, and argue over who got to do that, because it fits the two of us side by side in it.
Nice and snug.
Yeah, and enough room to argue over who was steering, and we would go and explore or just drive around the block. It feels like a real car, so it felt like a real adventure.
Yeah.
And it's with sadness that Marcus is no longer with us.
He lost quite a hard battle with cancer that meant my parents were looking after him for about a year.
When was this?
So it was about 5 years ago.
Okay.
He was 36 at the time, and so I'm 2 years younger, and we don't want to lose it, so we've kind of kept hold of it, but it's getting older, and then there's another move, and it's, but you don't want to let go of it.
And now that Nathan's 2 children are 4 and 2...
The same age that you were with your brother?
Yep, so I got 2 boys. I would love for them to be able to have something of that magic that the car put in our lives.
I really hope I'm able to give you that magic day of seeing your kids playing it like you did with your brother. Well, guys, thank you so much for bringing this in. Honestly, this is a dream project for me, so thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom.
See you
Look
later.
after it. Thanks.
Thank you.
Dom's latest project has a rich motoring pedigree. The Austin Junior pedal cars were made in Wales from 1949 to 1971 in a scheme to employ ex-miners incapacitated by lung disease. The cars were based on the real deal, with some parts supplied by the main Longbridge Austin factory, making it one of the ultimate toys of its time.
These are really, really rare, very desirable things. So to actually be trusted with working on it and actually getting the chance to restore it is just a dream come true for me. It's going to be a huge job, but I cannot wait. I'm going to have to take this thing completely apart. Every nut and bolt, I'm going to go through everything. And the first part is to get the wheels out of the way so I can flip it over on its side and get to the mechanism underneath. I think I just need to roll my sleeves up and get stuck in, get all of these mechanisms, take them out, get them on the bench.
Also dealing with a huge mountain of parts, Steve. He's dismantled the gargantuan clock and can now address the repairs.
I can't believe how rusty all of these bearings are. Once they've got rust in, that's it. You should never use them again. So I've ordered some new ones, and I need to then move on to the wheels and the woodwork of the clock. The actual surface here, the damp has got underneath the lacquer that's on there, and made it quite white. So I need to put something on that's going to actually get through all those little cracks and colour the wood back up to the correct colour. The best thing is a linseed paint reviver. It will solidify and it will protect the wood for years to come. I really respect completely the work involved in making this clock. I look at every single part and I'm in awe of his skill and patience as well. That's looking absolutely fabulous. So different to this white finish here. I've just got to go through all of the wooden parts of this clock now and treat it the same way and get this polished up.
Yes.
Been just thinking about getting this clock back together again. Because of its weight and awkwardness, I'm going to need some help.
One way to ensure that heritage crafts live on is to train an apprentice.
You're right. Yep, all good.
And when it comes to passing on Steve's specialist skills, what better recipient than his 21-year-old son, Fred?
I can't tell you how I love this clock, and I'm so glad that you're on board here because I need so much more work on the mechanism.
You wouldn't be able to do it without me.
No, I wasn't. We just need to get everything back together, and let's see if it ticks.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah. Just push it right down in.
Then it's just match it.
That's
There you
it.
go.
Yeah, well done. Good.
Sam?
No, just checking. Well done. Got it?
Yeah.
Ah, there we go. Got it?
Yeah.
So we just need to get the rest on and see if we can get it ticking.
Cool.
Good. So if you could get the weight sorted out, we'll get the weight on there, see if things start moving. Then we can get the pendulum on.
Cool. Sounds like a plan.
Okay, cool.
So this is the weight of the clock, and it's basically what drives it. So it pulls down on the chain, and all the wheels move because of it. And it has to be fairly heavy to get it going. If it's too light, it's just not going to go. If it doesn't go, then we'll have to put a bit more in.
Right, brilliant. And you know what? That is the last piece. The whole body now is completely stripped down to the bare bones. We've got a pile of parts over on the other table there. And now all these bits can be sent off to the sandblasters, which is going to strip these old layers of paint off, any rust and filler, and just leave me with nice bare metal so I can actually see what I'm working with.
The next visitor is also calling upon the barn's engineering know-how. Dominic Naismith Miller from Suffolk is here to test the mechanical mind of Mark Stuckey and the meticulous artistry of Kirsten Ramsey.
Hello there.
Hello there, good to see you.
I'm Kirsten.
Hello, Kirsten. And I'm Mark. Hello, Mark, lovely to see you. I'm Dominic.
So, what have we got here, Dominic?
This is Polly. Polly is a small China dog in a kennel that was made by my grandpa, my dad's granddad. And we think it was made at about 1945, that sort of timescale when my dad was a small boy.
Wow.
He made loads of things. One thing that he made, which we've never understood how it works, is a small brass box. And, well, the secret has remained hidden for must be 70 years. It looks like there's hinges on the side.
Oh, goodness.
But if there's anything you can do to open the magic box at the same time, then that would be incredible as well.
So that's someone with a playful, curious mind, isn't it?
Exactly, and again,
That's
that
it,
fits
isn't it?
with the way he's made Polly, and we think Polly is unique. We haven't seen anything else like her out there. When she was working, Polly would come out automatically.
Intriguing.
So when you said her name, with the emphasis on the P of Polly, and that would
No
then...
way. On her own? She just popped up?
On her way, sound waves.
She actually comes out just by sound.
By sound. We think she was a model of a dog that my dad had when he was a small boy. Polly was always there when I was a child. She was always on the side, and certainly up until about 1978, 1980, she was there. And yeah, you'd walk past and you'd say, Polly, and she'd come out of the kennel. And then several house moves and getting knocked about, she stopped working. My dad died in 96, and this is the link between me and my dad.
What would you like Mark and I to do?
We'd love you to bring her back to life, so that she comes out of the kennel when you call her. And seeing her come out being called by my daughter would be incredibly powerful, because she didn't know Grandad. And for them to call the dog that he had as a child.
We're going to have some great fun working all this out.
Really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
bringing it in. It's going to be a real magical moment.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you indeed.
Thank you.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Cheers, thank you, bye.
I can see Polly's got a bit of a crack along her back, so I'd like to take a look at that.
OK.
And perhaps just smarten the kennel up a little bit, but I think the rest of it is all over to you. Let me know when Polly's ready for...
You'll be the first to know. Actually quite genius how he did this. So when you go Polly, when you do P, you are putting a large amount of air pressure into the kennel. All that air movement makes the diaphragm collapse, hit the pressure switch, bingo, Polly comes out. Fantastic, love it. So on with the screwdriver and on with the job. I'm going to remove these little bits here. The contacts have tarnished. The diaphragm, which operates by the air, may be a little bit loose, but I've got to take it apart, clean all the contacts, put that back together, and we'll get Polly to do a job again when she's called. The first thing I've got to do is get Polly carefully out, pass it over to Kirsten so that she can do her magic. Got to be very careful pulling this pin. There it is. There we go. Now, Polly, go and have a look at the real world. It's changed since you've last seen it.
In the outdoor workshop, repair of the Austin J40 is off the starting line.
All of the metalwork has just come back from being sandblasted, and look at this. I've now just got a complete blank, bare canvas to work from. I can see everything. All of the history, all of Nathan's old crashes, the dings and dents, as well as two main structural cracks up on the bulkhead there. This is definitely the time to deal with it. I'm pushing it back to where it wants to be. I'm going to weld those cracks back up, and then we'll be good to go. This tool that I'm using is capable of pushing up to 10 tons, which is a huge amount of pressure. As I pump this handle, it's pushing the fluid through this hose into the piston, and that is pushing it out. So hopefully that's going to undo all of those crashes and bangs that Nathan's had over the years. Probably going to creak a bit. One too many pumps on this lever, and the whole thing could rupture and split at another seam and cause a lot more damage. So I do need to be very, very careful, not get too trigger happy. They're coming nice back into line. Oh, you know what? Wow, that has lined up so perfectly. It's funny, metal has a bit of a memory, and it's almost like it wants to be back there. It's just fallen straight back in. They're perfectly, both of them, perfectly in line. I now need to get on with the welding. Okay, that's all the welding finished. I've got the few dents to hammer out, and then I can finally get some primer on this body. Well, a little bit of accident repair work going on now, trying to straighten out some of Nathan's dodgy driving. I am determined this is the original bumper. I'm going to try my best to get this hammered out, back nice and straight, ready for rechroming. It's getting there. Still very bent though. I have to do this process on all of the chrome parts, the hubcaps, the bumpers, everything. After the mammoth job of cleaning and repainting every single component on this poor little car, I'm in a good place. Everything's clean, sparkling. I've got all my new nuts and bolts and hardware. All the original parts have been repainted and everything's looking good. It is really quite remarkable how many pieces and components there are to this little pedal car. Bearing in mind it's a kid's toy, it is just incredible. The way it's built is like a real car. I've got, you know, axles, subframes, hubs, wheel bearings, there's everything. This is the hub, so the wheel bolts onto these 3 bolts. The wheel bearings get pressed into there, which is the first thing I'm going to do. By putting in these cartridge bearings, they're sealed, they don't need any maintenance, and they'll last for absolutely years, miles and miles. All I need to do now is press these, one in each side on each hub. There we go, wheel bearings installed. They're lovely. Now I just need to get them mounted onto the rest of the front axle. Perfect. Right. That is the front axle, completely rebuilt, ready to go. This is the bit that I really enjoy. After so many hours of the cleaning and polishing and painting and sanding, I finally get to put it all back together, and this is the really rewarding part of any job. That's really, really satisfying seeing that going around like that. They're so smooth. It's a good time to put the wheels on. All 4 wheels on. I'm just going to spend some time, make sure all these nuts and bolts are done up and everything's buttoned up, and I can flip the whole car over and get the last few things bolted on.
It's a family affair as Steve and his son Fred are also preparing for their final rebuild of the giant wooden clock.
I think I'm just going to put the weight on just to see whether it ticks.
Put it on the stool?
Yeah.
Very good. I made it proper heavy.
I'm going to slide it across and I'll pop that on.
Yep.
OK. Moment of truth.
Yeah, give it a push. Happy days.
Oh, amazing.
So all the wheels are turning.
That escapement is amazing. You see how each wheel is moving in turn.
It's pretty incredible.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, me too.
I've never, ever seen a mechanism like this before. I've never seen an escapement like this, and I've never seen such amazing wood craftsmanship as this in a clock. It's like a real sculpture.
It's a piece of art.
It is a piece of art.
It took over 2,000 hours to hand build this colossal timepiece. And today, along with husband Andrew, Monica is hoping to see her dad's legacy intact for the first time in over 30 years.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. How you doing?
Fine, thanks.
Shoulders are up. Look at that. You're all right.
Yeah, so excited.
It has been tricky, really tricky. Fortunately, I had a bit of backup, and my son came and helped me as well.
Excellent.
Bless you.
Excellent.
This is Fred.
Thank you very much indeed for...
No problem. It's been a real pleasure for us to have this here.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
My word.
Oh my gosh.
Look at that.
Oh, it's ticking.
Oh, you are a star.
Oh, bless you.
You're shaking.
I
Okay.
am, I'm shaky. It just looks so beautiful. Oh, Steve, bless you.
He'd be so proud and thankful. He really would. It just...
It is wonderful, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Ron.
I have to say, it's been a labour of love repairing this clock. I have so much respect for your father, the work that he put into this. I'm so glad it's going to be on display, and I'm sure everyone is going to be in awe when they look at this.
Thank you for all what you've done, Steve.
Oh, it's been a complete pleasure.
Both of you. Thank you so
We
much.
are so grateful, and we just can't thank you enough.
All right. Take care now.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well done, you, man. Well done.
It does encapsulate Ron's work, and his lifetime of skills is in that clock. And that's something we would be forever grateful for.
Now it's been brought back to life. He's been brought back to life, really, in a funny sort of way, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, it's as if he's right back into the room.
Yeah.
As one impressive item makes its way home, fresh challenges are arriving all the time. Peter Whiting and his daughter Angela are hoping master hatter Jayesh can get their family's lucky mascot back to tip-top condition once again.
Hello.
Hiya.
Hi there. I'm Angela.
I'm Pete.
Pete, lovely to meet Pete. So what's inside the bag? What's that?
It's a Rotherham United flat cap.
And as you can see, a lot of wear and tear.
Yeah.
So are you local to Rotherham then?
Yeah. My dad was born and bred in Rotherham, and then we moved back to Rotherham when I was 13. And since then, that's when I've been going to football with my dad.
Yeah.
So you've had this hat for 30 years. It looks well worn to me, so you must be a massive fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we are. My daughter, Angela, my eldest daughter, Ellen, and my grandson.
Have you ever missed a match day?
No.
And the hat's always with you?
It's always with me. I might not wear it all the time, but it's in my pocket.
So it seems that the entire family is involved in the
yeah.
club, supporting it. Not everybody has that sort of one thing in common that joins them to their parents.
No.
The fact that you both have that's really sweet.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's definitely our thing, isn't it?
So, Pete, how old were you when you got started, your passion for football?
My passion for football started in 1957, 58, 9-year-old.
Wow.
Rotherham, at that time, the industry in the town was coal mines and steelworks. The first time I went, the footballers then, they were local people. Some would be coal miners, some would work in the steelworks, and they'd be on the bus with you.
Really?
Yeah.
As you were growing up, did you know how much the team meant to your dad?
I think it became more apparent the more matches that we went to. Our enthusiasm rubbed off on my dad, and my dad's rubbed off on me, and now he's just football mad. Yeah.
Now, I know that you love your hat. and it's been well used.
Yeah.
Why have you decided to have this fixed now?
Because it's a lucky cap.
It's a lucky cap.
Lucky charm.
Yeah. If we are losing, put that one on. And it does the trick. It's part of my routine. The cap's got to come.
Sounds like you're the club's biggest fan.
I'm one of the biggest fans. Yeah.
What would you like Jayesh to do for you? Because the hat looks like it needs a lot of TLC, a bit more than TLC, actually.
I think it would be nice, obviously, for the white bits to be white.
Okay.
And the red bits to be red.
I would like the writing
yeah.
put back on it as well, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so the front covering, fabric.
And the peak to be...
strengthened.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wave your magic wand.
Well, if anyone can get it match ready, it's Jayesh. So leave it with us, and
fabulous.
And we'll get it back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So you can see the cap is well loved. There are a few challenges. I need to reintroduce the structure to the cap. It definitely needs a clean. Lettering needs to be worked on. In terms of the interior of the cap, there is lining to be introduced. The first thing I need to do is debubble the cap. There are a few methods we can use, but I'm going to rely on my trial and tested method, which is a handy electric shaver. Here we go. Yes, it's working. If you look at this part here, it's a bit like when I wake up in the morning, I have a stubble, and then after my handy shaver, I start to look fresh.
Hi, Steve.
You look mischievous.
I have a really intriguing little box. No one, as far as we know, have ever been able to open it.
Oh, my goodness. Do you think it can be opened?
That we don't know, but you seem like the person that might be able to solve the mystery.
Do you know, it'd be a great trick to have a box like that you can't open.
Sort of thing you do, Steve, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I challenge you, Steve.
OK. I think it does open.
Do you? Let me know.
OK, cheers.
All right.
Yeah, maybe I'm going to have to think about this a bit further.
While Mark tussles with Polly's magic mechanism, Kirsten is setting to work on the pooch herself.
Polly is coming up really nicely. Even the crack along the back is cleaning up well. What I'd like to do is to see if I can actually take this apart. It gives me a much better opportunity to clean those break edges. I'm going to use some paint stripper. It might just loosen it enough for the two parts to come away from one another. I'm just going to wrap little dog up now. I'm hoping that it will just soften any old adhesive that might be in there.
This is the interesting part. I've got to bring out this little diaphragm, which is the switch. If I just do that, that is meant to just move in and out. That little subtle touch is enough to energise the circuit. As soon as the switch is activated, then that should drop just enough to allow the elastic band to propel Polly forward. The spring's a little bit weak, and that spring's meant to be keeping it up. So what I've got to do is re-strengthen it. That's that part taken off. Take them off there. Yeah, see, the spring actually is compressed down. So just a little bit of that, will give me just that tension back again. It's as simple as that. Not rocket science, very simple. And now that'll have a little bit more tension to it when I reassemble it.
Just going to have a look and see what's happening. Oh, okay. Oh, that's amazing. So, Polly has come apart. That's brilliant. I can clean this off, clean the edges, and then get Polly back together so I get a lovely join and a really nice, clean area to fill.
Right, well, I've taken the diaphragm completely apart. I've cleaned everything, I've had to re-glue parts of it, adjust the cables, the little wires, clean everything. I'm now put it together and I'm now ready to do a test with a multimeter which will simulate when I put air pressure in there to see if the contacts close or not. To do that, I go to the front and I have to, with air, create a Polly noise. So let's have a go. It's like testing a microphone. 1, 2, 3. Polly, 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 Polly. Talking to... Polly, are you in there, Polly? I think the dog's gone deaf. Polly, yes, it works fine. Excellent.
Well, I've tried to get into this box.
Right.
And I can't, and I'm just wondering if you can.
You can't get into it?
No.
And you want me to try and get into
Yeah.
it? I'll have a go. Am I allowed to heat it?
No.
OK. Well, I feel that I could open this box by removing these hinge pins, but that's not really in the spirit of a puzzle box. I'm struggling with this, and I don't mind struggling with it because I know Steve is struggling with it as well.
The big restoration of the Mini classic car is nearing the checkered flag as Dom prepares to attach the newly chromed fittings.
When Nathan was a kid, when this car was new, this is exactly what these would have looked like. Love it. The details on these little cars is just incredible. Under the bonnet, I've got a little battery, but it's been a very long time since any of these electrics have worked. So I've gone through everything, a whole completely brand new wiring loom in the correct pink colour. I've got the last 2 wires to feed through and connect up. That's it. I think it's time. Yes, yes, brilliant. I am absolutely over the moon. The wiring is all working. This is a very happy moment for me, nearing the end of this restoration project, but it's a bit sad as well. I've really grown to love this little car. It's gonna be sad to see this one go. I know that Nathan has such vivid memories of this car riding around here with his brother, and I just want to do everything I can to take him back to being that kid again, sitting next to his brother, riding around, having fun. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it.
Years of enthusiastic childhood joyriding by Nathan and his brother had turned this iconic little car into a battered banger. Today, along with his dad Ol, he's hoping to see it restored, and they've brought the next generation of drivers with them.
Hi there.
Hiya.
Hello. Good to see you again. Oh, Nathan, nice to see you. Who have you brought along?
So we've got George, my eldest, and we got Tommy, who's my youngest. And yeah,
God bless
they're
them.
excited. So are we.
Seeing it again, back in the condition that Marcus and Nathan first saw it, and for George and Tommy to see it in a similar condition is very exciting for me, yes.
Yeah. I have absolutely had the best time working on this. You guys ready? The big question.
Yep.
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Here it goes. Wow. Oh, magician Don. Look. Look. That's so shiny.
Oh, wow. It's...
That's terrific, isn't it? Look inside. Oh, wow.
It's got a little battery.
Yeah.
It's like
Does the battery work? Does the battery...
What's that? What's that? The horn works.
You can press it.
I can't remember when that last worked.
Can you touch this? That's it.
Look. Everything's working. Look.
Did it work?
Wow, they are. Wow. Tom, I didn't expect that. That's absolutely amazing. There's part of Marcus and his memories in the car, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thank you, Don. Thank you.
You know, I really wish that obviously their uncle, my brother, could see them in it. He never got to meet them. This will be the closest that they come to doing something with their uncle, you know.
It's a special thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you.
I kind of wish we'd asked that you'd made it bigger.
You can squeeze in there. Well, we've got a racetrack just up the road. Do you guys want to take it up there for a test drive?
Yeah.
Yeah? Come on then. Let's go.
Well, let's
go.
lift it down.
Yeah.
Is it? Guys, you ready?
Ready? Yeah. Ready?
Okay.
Thumbs up.
3, 2, 1, go! Brilliant.
Hooray! Wow!
High five. As a child in my imagination, this is what was happening, but to see it for my boys, like in real life, is just something else.
It's what the car was made for children to enjoy and to use.
Oh my word. Oh my word, look at that. That's not a hinge at all. That's it. Well, 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 that is amazing. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's deceived and tricked the greatest eyes of the repair shop until I got it. Oh dear.
Jayesh has successfully debobbled the Rotherham United flat cap. Next, he must tackle the effects of 30 years on the terraces.
This cap has never been washed, but good thing is the colour is not running, and I'm moving the cap very, very gently first. I'm going to apply a shaving foam. Now, I use shaving foam because one day I was shaving and my daughter, she was using felt tips and she managed to get it on one of her clothes. So what I did was I applied the shaving foam, which was already in my hand, to the fabric and then just placed it under the tap. And off came the marker. It's literally washed out of the fabric. So that's why I'm using this shaving foam to clean Pete's cap. But the good news is she's reacting really well, which is, for me, it's heaven. The washing has gone really well. As you can see, the red has come up really vibrant and the white's looking whiter. So I've removed the peak. You will see inside, a very long time ago, they used to use card, and through wear and exposed to elements, the card is disintegrated. So what I need to do now is use a recycled polymer, which is waterproof. I will place it in place of the card, and that will give it the strength that the peak requires. Before I actually attach the peak, what I'm going to do is start working on the wording, which is on the top of the cap. And for that, I'm going to do hand embroidered. The original wording on the cap is screen printed. And the reason why I chose to hand embroider is because it's more durable and there's a tactile quality to it, and it complements the knitted cap. As I was growing up, my eldest sister, she was very good at hand embroidery. And as a child, I would be sat right next to her, you know, playing with my toys. And I didn't realize that the fact that just from observing, I was picking up these skills. And then it sort of flourished. I started to do it myself, and the sort of interest developed. And here I am. So the hand stitch is complete. Now the moment of truth. My main worry was the puckering of the silk, which there's no puckering whatsoever, then there's no uneven stitching. The difficult part is complete.
Looking top dog once again, thanks to Kirsten, Pop-Out Polly is ready to be rehoused in her renovated kennel.
The elastic band here is the final part which makes Polly activate. What I've got to attempt now to do is put the first drawing pin to the elastic band, try to ideally centre it. That's it, like that. I think that's about there. Polly locks and loads. So that's all good. I'm happy with that. There we go. So the release mechanism's working well. I've just got to put the solder onto the cables, and then after that, Polly will be ready for the first time in decades to call her name, and she'll come out of the kennel.
This innovative little toy was made by an engineer for his son over 70 years ago. Now his great-grandson Dominic is back to reclaim the heirloom with his daughter, Hannah.
There is little Polly herself.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello there. Good to see you.
Lovely to see you.
Nice
Good,
to see
thank you.
Hannah, isn't it? Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, and you've never seen Polly in operation or anything?
No, never seen her in
Wow.
operation. Seen her on the side, but no, never seen her move or anything like
Oh,
that.
wow.
Would you like to see her?
I'd love to, thank you. Oh, wow.
Wow. Look at the roof. She looks really shiny.
And the kennel doesn't look like it's going to fall apart, which is lovely.
So who is going to call Polly out of her kennel first?
I'd like it to be Hannah.
I think it's me.
That would be lovely.
Just emphasise Polly with a bit of oomph behind it.
Polly. Oh my days, that's amazing. Wow.
Wow, thank you so much. That's really incredible.
That's good.
Really incredible. Dad would be so chuffed, so chuffed.
It's been a real privilege to actually work on something so unique, which I'll never, ever see again. So now, if you recall, when you brought Polly in, you brought a little puzzle.
I did, yes.
To the barn. Now, all the experts had a look.
OK.
And some we thought, well, they are clever, they will know exactly what to do. Not pointing any fingers. But actually, there was one member here who actually did work it out.
No.
Yes. The smug person in the corner over there called Brenton.
Wow.
Come up with the actual solution.
So if you press the button, the lid won't open at all. It actually will stop the lid opening. So you've got to twist the button, and the hinge is not a real hinge. You press it at the front.
How clever.
It's very, very clever.
Yeah, cracking. Brilliant, thank you so much. That's good fun. That's amazing.
That's not what he said. Yes!
I bet. I thought that was going to beat everybody, I really did. So, no, that's amazing.
You know.
It's been a great pleasure.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
And
So
enjoy
grateful.
it.
Wonderful, thank you. If Dad could see Polly now, he would be so pleased.
It feels like the beginning of a new chapter. We can take her home to my siblings, and future generations can all have a go at
Absolutely.
making Polly work.
Jayesh almost has the Rotherham United cap match fit once again.
So happy I chose this shade of red. It looks tremendous, and it does the job of a good lining. All the work is complete. I just need to reblock the cap. It's like an ironing process. Heat, and a bit of steam, moisture, and that will give it the shape that it requires. So that's looking good. So what I'm going to do is apply more steam, and that will enhance the reblocking process.
This cap accompanied a passionate fan and his daughters to football matches for over 30 years. Today, Pete and his daughter Angela are back to collect the treasured lucky mascot.
Oh, now that's looking good. Well done, man.
Just hope Pete gives me the same reaction.
He will do.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Hello.
How you doing, Pete? You all right?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
I'm looking forward to this.
Oh, bless you.
Really am. I've always had the cap whenever I've gone to the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are you hoping it looks like?
I'm hoping it's looking like new.
OK, looking like
The
new.
new cap.
Right.
As long as it's not blue and white.
Oh, is that not the team you support, blue and white, no?
Oh, no.
That's the colour of a work
You've not
tom.
changed the colour. I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Ready?
I am ready, yes.
Right, so here we go.
Wow. That is fantastic. That is superb. Thank you. Thank you.
That is amazing.
First match of season, that will be on my head.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You've got to try it on first before you do that.
Go on.
At the end. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that's fantastic, that.
Let's have a look.
There you go.
Wow.
Oh, Dad. It's
That's
amazing.
very good. That is excellent, yes.
Thank
you very much. You've made me a very happy man. Look at that.
I know.
So how does it feel to hold it now?
Oh, it's part of me. It's me. Yeah. Gets me there.
Just to see it and see my dad's amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
That's will remember you, Jess, for a long time.
Well, the cap is in good shape, and it's got a very long life now, so
I can't.
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Well, you guys take care, and we'll see you soon.
Lovely.
And I'll be looking out for you on the game.
I might sleep in it tonight.
See, there you go.
Thank you.
You take care now.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. going to sleep in it.
I'm looking at it now and I'm feeling, oh, I've got my cat back. It's as simple as that. I've got it back. Our first match, it will be on my head, definitely.
To see my dad's face when he saw it, I'll never forget that, never. Never forget that, Dad.
Yeah.